Okay, so I'll kick us off with ER to relationship model transformation. So here we have our ER relationship diagram, and here we have the relationship schema that we created based on the diagram that we had for the phase one. So for the user attribute, we have the user table that we created. The user table basically stores all the information about the users, both the organizers and the participants. The user ID act as a primary key, and we have the other attributes like the name, email, password. And this is the query that we use to create the table in the PG admin. Similarly, for the relation, we have for the category relation, we have the category ID, category name, and description, where category ID act as a primary key. And this is the DDL script that we used in the PG admin to create the category table. Following up with the event relation, we have the relationship schema as the event ID, like all these different attributes that we have for the event. Here, event ID act as a primary key for the event table. Along with that, we also have the user ID and the category ID acting as a foreign key, connecting the events table with the users and the category table. And this is the relationship schema that we use in the PG admin to create the event table. Then similarly for the registration, we have the registration ID, user ID, event ID, where registration ID is a primary key. User and event ID are the foreign keys that connects the registration table with the user and events. And the very last, we have the analytics table, uh, for which we have the user ID acting as a primary and both the primary and the foreign key for the analytics table. And this is the DDL script that we use to create the analytics table in the PG admin. In our report, we have also included the screenshots of both the DDL scripts and the schema view that we have for each table. So I'll pass on to Leila to share us information about the data population.
Um, Before we move on to the queries, I'll start by showing how our database was populated with the data. For this project, each table, the users, the categories, the events, registrations, and analytics were all filled using the SQL insert statements. And these inserts were designed to simulate real events that happen at ASU for our event management system. So I already have my statements ready on my notepad. I'll be copy pasting them to save time. This is my users table. The user table contains the organizers, the attendees with their unique IDs, names, and emails. And I'll show the category table. The category table defines the event types, the workshops like network events, competitions, the event one. The event table links each event to the organizer and category alongside with the details that it has, like the title, location, date. Registration. The registration table records which of the users registered for which of the events and their attendance status. And lastly, the analytics table. The analytics table summarizes the user activity, like how many events they went to, how many events were organized, and updates the timestamps. And I will go ahead and demonstrate the import process. So our data import uses an insert inside the transaction, and I will start by beginning the import. I'll insert 3 new categories, and then I'll then run a select to show that they appeared. For the demo, I will probably use a rollback, so I am not saving the changes. Here we go. These are in addition to the new ones. If I were to want them back to their original state, I'm gonna use a rollback, and if not, I'll use a commit. But I think I'm just gonna keep it for now. And I'm gonna pass on ahead for um Kumar and Raj to talk about the queries.
So I'll walk through the SQL query execution. So the first query, can you just paste it into the query box? Yeah. So the first query I ran was to pull up all the event details. So it combines the event user and category tables. This way we can see the event information along with who organized it and what type it is. So I used a join operation here to connect the tables and followed by the order by operation on the event date just to keep everything in order. So the result, uh, as you can see, it gives a nice overview of all the events, the title, the organizer, the category, date, status, and where it is happening. Uh, I'll walk through the next query now. So I wanted to see how each event is doing in terms of attendance. So this query joins registration and event table. And when we use count, it shows how many people registered and attended or cancelled for the particular event. And as you can see, we have performed the filter operation. Uh, so it separates those counts based on the attendance status. Then I grouped everything by event title and sorted it so the most popular events appeared first. So it's basically a quick snapshot of each event's engagement. I'll go over the next query now. So here I've used a insert query. So here I added a new event called as SWE Resume Review Night. And instead of manually entering IDs, I used small subqueries to find the correct user and category automatically based on the organizer's email and category name. So after that, I used a returning statement. So it instantly shows the event details after it was added. So this way we can see, confirm the insert query worked correctly. Now Kumar would be taking over the next part.
Next, we worked on the update query, like we can update an event. So let us suppose there is an existing event AI workshop. The update statement changed both the location and the status in one go. Just give us a second. Yeah. So the where clause makes sure that only this event gets updated and nothing else changes. Once it ran, we double checked with a quick select to confirm the new details. Now it shows as closed, and with the new room assignment proving the update works perfectly. This kind of query is like very handy when we work on event details changing last time, like room numbers or event status updates. Next, we worked on a delete query, like removing a registration. Uh, to remove a specific registration, it joins the registration, user, and the event tables to make sure it targets the right attendee and event combination. In this case, it deleted Leah Holland's registration from the ASU Job Fair 2025. The returning keyword confirmed that the record was removed successfully. Then we ran a quick select check so that no rows came back, and meaning it was like completely deleted. This kind of targeted delete helps keep the database accurate when someone cancels or unregisters. So overall, we demonstrated all the main SQL operations select, insert, update, and delete for like viewing and analyzing data, insert for adding new events, update for making changes to existing records, and delete for if we are planning to remove any specific entries. Together, they cover the full process of managing an event data from creating to maintaining and cleaning it up.